Hey guys, and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 4. As always, I'm DemonFire93, and last time we undid the spell that was on Shayra by showing her the Mirror of True Love, which I still don't agree with the stupid thing of it. I think it should have just been a Mirror of Disenchantment. But today we start the final scenario together. Civil war rages throughout Aranorn as Lord Hark's army claims victory after victory. Aranorn has but one more chance to defeat its enemy, so the Elder Council dubs Elwyn as the new Elf King and asks him to lead the last of their forces. Now with Shayra's father at his side, Elwyn must find a way to conquer the most brilliant military leader, the elves have ever seen before he can return to the arms of the woman he loves. Victory conditions: defeat Lord Hark. Loss condition: lose the Elwyn hero.
I regret being so quiet as we sailed across Lake Sleet. But I was angry at my beloved for hiding me away while he went.
Yeah, well, you were enchanted, stupid.
After all we had been through, why did he have to leave my side again? But Elwyn was the Elf King now, and Aranorn needed him more than ever before.
Yeah, maybe just let him save the fucking world from a dictator. I stood on the bow, staring out over the still water of Lake Sleet. My thin cloak did little to keep out the icy, wet wind that gave these waters their name. Still, I barely noticed the chill because I was deep in thought about how different I had become since I met Shayra. I had seen more battles than I cared to admit and experienced more anguish than I thought I could stand. I had gone from an insignificant courtier to a criminal to a leader. And it still wasn't over. On my head was an oak crown accented with gold, gild, and emeralds. It had been given to me a week ago by the Elder Council in an announcement that stunned me to the core of my being. The Elder Council asked me to be the new Elf King. As Menathat had said, admittedly, we were about to give Lord Hark the crown, but then his sudden marriage to Shayra seemed suspicious. Meanwhile, Elwyn, you have shown an appreciation of love, nature, and honesty. You have also shown that you are resourceful enough to do what you must, or what must be done in the name of justice. That is just the sort of person Aranorn needs as its ruler. Out of respect for Menathat and Aranorn, I accepted even though I felt I was the wrong choice. After that, the Elder Druids presented me with the crown and the legendary bow of the Elf King, which I found last time. The ceremony was brief, and the celebration even shorter, for Aranorn had already been at war with Lord Hark for nearly 3 months. As the Elf King, I was expected to turn things around. After I captured Hark Manor and brought Shayra back to Aranorn, the Elven Court declared Hark a criminal, but no one realized how loyal the Forest Guard had been to their former commander. Most of them left their posts, not believing the accusations made against the man that once led them. Suddenly, Hark had an army larger than Aranorn's. In just 3 short months, Hark conquered most of Aranorn, and every time we sent a force against him, we lost. The Elven Court is desperate now. Everyone knows we have only one more chance. And now that I am the Elf King, I am expected to raise a force against Hark that will put an end to this civil war. Yes, I was a different man now. In the past, I would have shirked from the responsibility. I might have even fled into the forest, never to be seen again. But I couldn't do that anymore. I was the last hope against the greatest threat to elven kind since the Reckoning. But first, I had to make sure Shayra was safe. Oh God! It's hard to believe it was only yesterday that I took Shayra's arm and walked from the deck of the ship onto the narrow dock. This nameless island in the middle of Lake Sleet had perhaps 100 inhabitants, mostly reclusive fishermen. With Hark so close to Aranorn, the Elven Court decided it would be prudent to hide the Elder Council here, so I brought Shayra along as well. I paused briefly as Menathat and the other members of the Elder Council stepped onto the deck and stared around at the island. Their expressions were somber, as if they had already been defeated. Leaving Shayra on the shore, I returned to the ship and helped Menathat onto the dock. We both glanced at the woman I loved. You will watch her, won't you? I asked him. Of course, my boy. I'll even ask her to stay with me. If she refuses, I'll pretend I am too frail to even make my own tea. That should convince her, Menathat said. I smiled, hugging the old man like the grandfather I never knew. Thank you, I said. I must go say my goodbyes now. Cher and I walked along the rugged beach until it became too treacherous, and then we sat on a rock to watch the water lap gently against the shore. The wind was blowing harshly from the lake, but we didn't care. "I'll return for you, Shara," I said. She had barely said a word during our entire trip to this island, and now she looked like she was about to cry. "How do you know that, Elwyn?" "What do you mean?" "Hark has already defeated Aranon in 5 major battles. He has outwitted some of our best generals, including my own father. And now you go to face him. We have gone through so much, I am beginning to think we will never be together." And then Shara did cry, pressing her head to my shoulder. I embraced her closely as tears rolled down my cheeks as well. Shara too had changed. When Hark placed the enchantment on her, he stole her innocence. As often as I told her there was nothing to forgive, Shara couldn't seem to shake the guilt of marrying Hark and sharing his bed for those months when we were apart. I only wanted her to be happy, but she refused to be. Perhaps when this was all over and Hark's threat was gone, perhaps then Shara would finally forgive herself. I hoped. Reaching beneath my cloak, I pulled out the mirror of true love with my image still burned into its surface. I placed it in her hands so we could both look at it. "Our love is forever," I said, "just like the reflection in this mirror. No matter what happens, I will love you." "What if Lord Hark kills you?" "I live with him. I know the hatred he has for you, Elwyn." And then I remembered how a signal had been arranged to warn the Elder Council in the event that Hark had defeated the last remnants of Aranorn's forces. "Listen, Shara, keep your eyes on the lake and watch for a ship. If I am not victorious, or if I have lost and escaped Hark's wrath, I will come for you on a ship with blue sails. But if Aranorn is lost and I have died in battle, the messenger will come in a ship with red sails. I promise you, the sails will be blue." After a moment of silence, Shara softly said, "If Hark wins, he will come for me. I do not think I can be with him again." I knew the secret meaning behind her words, but I didn't want to think about that right now. I didn't want to think about any harm coming to Shara, so I pulled her to me and gave her a long kiss. "I love you," she said. "Yep." That's my Shara. Who the hell is this? Grammon? Who the fuck is Grammon? What the hell is that about? Alright, let's start building. We can't get the treetop lodge, motherfucker. They just want me to not have my elves. Those rat bastards. Sprites and sprites and sprites galore. Let them run. Grammon? Grammon? Why do you exist? And why are you unable to move? Okay. I don't know what to do with Grammon. I can't make him move. Can I put him to sleep? Is that a button I don't remember how to do? Dig for treasure. Nothing here but a hole. Alright, well. Fair enough. Grammon, can you just go to sleep? Alright, well, fine. Oh no! People! Moving along the shore! Get the tavern. Give me another hero going. Let's find out where this goes. Oh, the Dead King's Passage or the Many Steps Doorway. Sure. My, there are a lot of leprechauns here. Alright. Well, that happened. Why are there 225 leprechauns on this island? Random! This morning I met with Grammon for the first time since I became the Elf King. He had been in the wild, leading skirmish units responsible for harassing the enemy armies. Grammon still fought in this war, even though he lost his army to Hark a little more than a month ago. Grammon immediately dropped to one knee, as was customary, and set his longbow on the ground. Then he drew his sword and offered me the hilt. I was wrong about you, my king. You are not the man I thought you were, Grammon said. In some ways, Grammon, you are right, but I can't fault you for loving your daughter. I said. I was wrong about Lord Hark as well. Very wrong. Oh, Grammon's her father. Right, I forgot about that. These last words were spoken with such bitterness that it startled me. Grammon was a man who protected his feelings, but now he was expressing an open hatred for the man who had once been his commander. Was this how I sounded when I mentioned Hark's name? I have felt a rage for my enemy boiling within me. For so long, I found it hard to remember a time when I didn't feel this way. I need your experience, Grammon, I said, reaching out and taking the offered sword. If we are to protect Aranorn and Shara, you have it, he said immediately. Then take your blade back. You're going to need it. Is he going to join us? He sure is. All right. Let's put him in the army for now. Great. That was random. Oh no. They're moving again. Join us. Yes. Let the rest run. All right. Go back in there and go to the many steps doorway. Oh, Lord. All right. That happened. To the Hero's Gate? Sure. Why don't you just gather up all the resources you can find there, little one? Griffin Cliffs. Don't mind if I do. And where does this show us? Ah, yes, the blue tent, and the red tent, and that's it. Alright, well, fair enough. Good job, Grammon. I have no room in my army for elves. Well, don't mind if I get rid of these to give some elves. Thank you very much. And a speculum, or telescope. Let them run. What is this? As you approach this solitary structure, a grim voice booms from within. Throw 5,000 gold in my window, and you shall receive an artifact of great power. Do you wish to take a chance and hurl a bag filled with 5,000 gold through the window of the house? Sure. Very well. Here you are, the voice within responds. What did you give me? Did you give me the spider silk arrows? I can't actually tell. This quest has been completed. Okay, well, I don't know what I got, but I got something. Phoenixes and fairy dragons abound, oh my lord! Get out of my way. Oh, you're about to die. So long! Damn it. It's alright, that's alright, that's alright. You should join with our hero. There you go. And then get the Conservatory of Chaos to give me those dragons. Come on then, join me. Thank you. You dare? parasites. Well, hi there. I don't quite like all that. Why does it sound like a man is going every time? Like, it doesn't sound like it's a bird. Well, fuck me. There you go. Now they're all dead. Now it's just us versus the mantis. Now it's just us. Bastards. Resurrect! As many as you can. Alright. Boat? What's the boat for? I don't trust it. Get the magic forest. Arrow of what now? Gives the Slayer ability during range attacks. Whatever the fuck that means. Sure. We got the Slayer ability. Right, so I'm not supposed to get on the red tent one, because then Shayra will kill herself, right? Is that what we're led to believe? Essentially. My, there are quite a few skeletons around this closet. Come on then! Come face me! You're worrying a lot about a bunch of rocks. Just saying. Well, thank you for coming out, making it easier for me to kill you. That's it, you just keep oh shit. Well, at least you have the balls to actually come out of the goddamn castle and fight me. That's amazing. You are the only enemy I've ever fought that has actually decided to get their bitch ass out of the castle. I mean, they didn't actually get out of the castle, but they tried to. Really hard, they did. That's crazy. So you want to get the unicorns, which requires the rainbow. Right. Get that one, why don't you? Okay. So you did a thing. Don't know if it was a good thing per se, but it was a thing, to say the least. Place your hands on the shrine and learn dragon strength. Okay. Sure. I learned dragon strength. Awesome. Come on then! Bring it on! Oh, he did. Okay. Fair enough. Buddy, you don't know what you're messing with. You're about to be in a world of hurt. Surprise! Buddy boy! So sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But kind of sorry.